Shalom, Kal Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Racha HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS who rule well, and salutations and blessings to you elect, starting with 144,000. This is in the news last week. I'm going to play a quick clip, alright, but this is from womensvoicesnow.org. And this is pretty much tying in with, you see what's going on in America, alright? These women are losing their mind, okay, because pretty much they can't delete, their babies. And that liberalism, that wine that has spread forth throughout the whole world pretty much, okay? People are starting to see that it corrupts, but that wine is spread throughout the earth pretty much, and this is what you see. This is in Iran. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but pretty much this is feminism. This is what making a statement means. So in the caption below it reads, in defiance of Iran's hijab laws, 30-year-old Tehran student Ahud Daryeh removed her clothing on campus after he clashed with university security, igniting outrage and highlighting the fight for women's rights in Iran. Okay? So, so pretty much this is that bold statement that she's making. And this represents majority of you women that subscribe to feminism, right? You've been given liberalism, freedom, and what have you done with it, right? You pretty much paraded yourself, okay, and played the harlot. You've been a slut. When you look up the word slut, it pretty much just means shameless, okay? Right? You had that whole, who's that demon? That, forget her name, Amber Rose, I believe, right? The slut shaming, slut march, slut walk, right? You had these things, So this is a bold move. This is what's popping right now, with feminism. In the kingdom, man, you're gonna look at this and just shake your damn head, say how can I have been so backwards? But that's part of that drunk state that you're in, So I wanted to get this picture. This is a woman getting disapproving looks, Miami Beach, 1940. Right? You see this woman here, and then the people in the back, and then this one, right? Because she's showing her thighs, man, above her knees. Okay? So that was a thing where you even had a show, you had a show called Boardwalk Empire, and there was a scene where this woman was on the beach, and she was in a bathing suit, and you had like a woman, she was like, I guess, I don't know the name, the title, but she would, I guess, like just make sure everybody's keeping in order, so to speak. And she said, look, you're going to get a fine or you're going to go to jail, and you have to cover up. And she gave her a $10 fine, I believe, and that was in the 20s. She's like, $10? She's like, I don't have that kind of money, right? But that was a thing. But now you're seeing, the state that we're in today, man. Men are not even looking at women because we're so over sexualized. Every day you go outside, you go on your phone, you go on Instagram, right? You go on YouTube, you see TV ads, show ads. It's all sexual, man. It's all over sexualized. Okay, now you just look at a woman like, damn, bro, like, what are you? Like what the hell are you? Because back in the day, you were a woman, you kept the house in order, right? You raised up and nurtured the children. Okay, you spun wool, you made clothing, you made, different things, you work with your hands. What the fuck are you right now? You're a damn monster. It's a you know. So let's go to Revelation 18:3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her. And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. In the NLT it reads, for all the nations have fallen because of the wine of her passionate immorality. So that wine is going into not physical, literal wine. Okay? It's an allegory. It's a parable for pretty much being, number one, in a drunken state through accepting various philosophies, ideologies, subscribing to ways of life and habits, you know? It says the kings of the world have committed adultery with her because they have left their ways, right? The other nations, they abandon their ways and they follow the American way, okay? Because of her desires for extravagant luxury, the merchants of the world have grown rich, you know? And let's further back up that wine. This is Hosea 4, verse 11. It says, whoredom and wine and new wine take away the heart. So what does that mean? That's a parable in itself. Whoredom, you know, fornication, adultery, which you have physical, literal adultery, and you have spiritual adultery, which is spiritual fornication. Wine and new wine take away the heart, take away the mind, right? And in NLT, it says right here, to worship other gods. Wine has robbed my people of their understanding. So this is all going into, again, idolatry, which you people are getting ready to worship and bow down to AI. That's the new God. That's the new idol, right? The new idol is going to be AI. It's going to answer and solve all your problems. It's going to make the lame walk. Okay? The lame walk and the maimed talk, right? And it's going to make the blind see. It's going to do all these miracles. All right, it's going to hyper accelerate information and knowledge and access to all that. So you people are going to look at us, the hopeful elect, the men of the Lord. You're going to look at us like you guys are bugged out, man. My grandma, she got her cataracts fixed by AI. Okay? My uncle, he can see. He can walk. Oh, he can do this. So you're going to look at us like, look, you guys are the bad guys. Okay? To hell with you guys. Okay? In this brave new world that we're accelerating towards. Meanwhile, AI is going to destroy you, man. It's going to completely fucking eradicate you. It's going to take your jobs, okay? And if this place went on long enough, it'd be like Terminator, man. You know, which Terminator was the prequel to The Matrix. If you know, you know. Anyway, let me read this. Actually, let me get this video. Okay, I had this video saved.
By their vast amount of, my friends, a time is coming when women will leave the home and go into the world blindly, and yet feel that they are our equals. They will quickly become entitled, as we men will tell them any and everything they want to hear.
And check this, right? Women hear that, oh, we're not equal. And look, in the world, in the natural world, okay, gender roles are reset. And what I mean by that is people know what's up. People know men protect. Men do the heavy lifting, you know. Men do the heavy lifting, you know what I'm saying? They take care. They really take care of things, man. On administrative level, okay. On a basic human self-defense level, man. Right? And women have their part. So it's not about equal. Yeah, the man is over the woman. The man has the greater responsibility. His head is on the chopping block constantly. That's why why do you think the Lord, there's a law where the Lord said in Numbers, right, if a woman makes a vow and she's married, her husband can disannul that vow. And he finds out about the vow, and the vows were unto, those are serious unto death, right, to the Lord. You make a vow to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. He can disannul that vow. And if she wasn't married, it was the father who could disannul that vow. That's showing you right there. Okay? There's no law like that for the man. Nobody can intercede, because as soon as you're 12, 13, you got, you know what I'm saying? You got your balls drop. You got your testosterone. Okay, you pass into manhood, your head is on that chopping block, man. You got a lot of responsibility to do. You got to grow up to be age 20, get your woman, right? Build your household, but you got to be a man already. We're not dealing with these boys either out here, like these guys out here just popping women and I'm having fun and yeah, I fucked her and I clapped those cheeks and yeah, I'm going to the club and nah, bro, nah. The time we're coming into is a time of government and responsibility, great joy, excitement, but rulership is, the wheels got to be turning, man, and they got to be lubricated. So let's keep going on.
Because we will have no one to come home to. As their egos become more inflated by their vast amount of suitors, and yes, there will be vast amounts because we men are hunters by nature, to decide which of these men.
Yeah, because like I pause the video, but yeah, because the women go out there and then they start, as they say, hanging the meat up for sale. Okay, being more revealing, and even not revealing, even a beautiful woman in a long dress. Okay, she's walking down, men are gonna approach her. Okay, but that time we're dealing with now versus the 50s. Look at her dress. Look at the difference, man. And back then they were committing adultery, doing things as well with the mailman, with the milkman, with the plumber.
Should become their life partner. The longer they take, the more hollow they will become, as they will end up in bed with most of these men, with each of these men taking away pieces of them. Once they do find a long-term partner, they will never be satisfied, as they enjoyed being preyed upon. This will lead them to leave their marriage and go back out into the world, seeking someone else to complete their hollow core. Sadly, this cycle will continue until they are in their 40s and are no longer desirable prey.
Look at this, man. This is 50s, man. This is the 1950s. Okay? So they're pretty much explaining today's situation. And today, these women are in their 30s and 40s with children. All right? 2, 3, 4. Okay? And men are willingly signing up for a whole situation. Okay? And then a bunch of depression and lawyer fees and divorce and all that shit. This place is all messed up, and this place is going to keep getting more messed up as you see things are dividing more and more. Women are blaming men now. Women are getting, especially these Dems, these Democrats, these left liberals, they're blaming men. They're pissed, man. So woman against men, men against men, family against family, brother against brother. Just like Yahushua said, division. I have come to bring division on the earth.
But what of the children, you might ask? Yes, what of the children? Indeed. The home life that we value will be no more. Most of these women will have children by several different men, while others will have no children at all, as they will go to extreme measures to prevent this from happening. My friends, I hope you value your family today, as your children will not be so fortunate tomorrow. I can only pray that God watches over them through life. What a world it will be. With that, I will say good night. I hope you've enjoyed this look into the future through clear eyes.
All right. So this is from People's Voice, how Rockefeller created feminism and enslaved humanity. Okay. In 50 short years since Rockefeller lobbied the feminism grenade into every American household, many women have lost touch with their natural loving instincts. Consequently, the family is in disarray, sexual depravity is rampant, and birth rates have plummeted. Let me jump down. Feminism has trained women to reject this model as an old-fashioned oppressive stereotype, even though it reflects their natural instincts. And your natural old-fashioned, right, the oppressive, the patriarchal oppression, okay, is being inside the house. Okay? Building an amazing household. And that means inside and outside. That means the whole vibe of the house. All right? Henry Macau reports on Thursday a British writer reported overhearing two young women, quote, "All men are useless these days," one said. "Yes," said the other. "The trouble is that they haven't risen to the challenge of feminism. They don't understand that we need them to be more masculine, and instead they have just copped out." That's their logic. If women are less feminine, men will be more masculine. Men are designed men are designed to fight with women. Period. Period, man. That's period. You're not strong enough. You're not this. Nah, nah. you know, it's not about that. It's where you lead your strength, right? About, oh, you're not strong enough to deal with a strong woman like me. First of all, you're supposed to be strong in a different direction. You're strong in childbirth, man. You're strong in dealing with children. Okay, you're strong in other areas of emotion, you know, but strong as a man, that's a man's job, right? But again, this world is all upside down, man. This world is completely bugged out. Okay, this world is malware. Okay, you got a bunch of viruses everywhere. So it says they need to be affirmed by a woman's acquiescence and faith. When women constantly challenge them, men will cop out of marriage and family. Now that love and marriage have been discredited, women have nothing left to exchange for love but sex. Thus, and that's true, man. Look, if there's a thing I read or seen a video, and the person's like, look, if you can control your desires, right, your sexual urges as a man, and you really listen to women, they have nothing to offer, and that's a lot of times, most times, that's very true. Okay, that is very true. If you know, you want an intellectual woman, and she has a PhD, and look, nobody's catering to that shit. All right, anybody that's catering to that is living in a fantasy realm, or he's trying to get some bucks. But nobody's there trying to intellectualize, and that's you people on TikTok. You know, you scroll on TikTok and you see women debating with men, and look, women were booty. That's all they were. They were spoiled in the ancient world. Okay, women, you went to a village and you killed all the men, and you took the woman for yourself. That was how it went down. You know. God, so back here. Read again. It says, now that love and marriage have been discredited, women have nothing left to exchange for love but sex. Thus, many are unnaturally obsessed with appearance and pathetically give their bodies to all and sundry. And yeah, that describes today's situation to a T. Right? They're so obsessed with their appearance, that they slap on a bunch of chemicals on their face. Add a bunch of hair extension, eyelash extension. These stupid nails that these women are into. Right? Just vanity. Permanent love is not based on a woman's sex appeal or personality or achievements. Ultimately, it is based on self-sacrifice. We love the people who love us. The big picture, the central bankers. People do not realize that feminism is mass indoctrination because they cannot identify the perpetrator, the means, or the motive. Recently, Aaron Russo, the producer of Bette Midler's movies and America, From Freedom to Fascism, identified all three, confirming what I have been saying. While trying to recruit Russo for the CFR, which is the Council on Foreign Relations, Nicholas Rockefeller told him that his family foundation created women's liberation using mass media control as part of a long-term plan to enslave humanity. And that seed was dropped in the 60s, okay, with the cultural revolutions, right? And pretty much since then it's been spawning, into what it is today, right? Which is complete folly. Alright, it went from be a strong, independent woman. We can work and we can do this and that, just like men, to just, live your life. Have 20, 40, 50 abortions, right? Just be a slut, you know? Dress provocatively, right? Shit on men any which chance you can get. That's what it is. Men are useless, and that's because really the man, the Edomite man, has taken away the man's role and the woman's role. Okay, that's his devil's this is the devil's playground. So he gets to do what he wants to do, which is cause disorder. So let's jump down. It says the hidden goal of feminism is to destroy the family, which interferes with state brainwashing of the young. Side benefits include depopulation and widening the tax base. See? But the main goal is to what? Destroy the family unit. Okay? The family unit. Right? It says displacing men in the role of providers also destabilizes the family. A drastic paradigm shift is required to make sense of the world. The Rockefellers are part of the private world central banking cartel that also controls media, defense, pharmaceutical, and other cartels. To protect their monopoly of credit and wealth, they are instituting a world police state using the bogus. Now that goes into something else. Media eradicates love. Every facet of the mass media, movies, TV, magazines, music, commercials, news, is used for indoctrination and social media or social control with the ultimate goal of enslavement. There is a connection between what happened in communist Russia and what is happening in America today, right? And you can watch a YouTube interview with a person called Yuri, I forget his last name, Yuri something, but he goes into about how America already at that time period has been under a psyop and mass indoctrination, and that the same thing was happening in Russia, but it's being practiced in America via what we just read, the media, the mass media, right? It says in both cases the central banking cartel is asserting its totalitarian control. In order to destroy the family, the media convinced women that they could not rely on the heterosexual contract. Myrna Blyth was the editor-in-chief of Ladies' Home Journal from 1981 to 2002. In her book Spin Sisters 2004, she says the media sold women a career in exactly the same drum-banging way that the happy homemaker had been sold to their mothers. The Rockefeller-controlled media undermined women's natural loving instincts using the following mantras. Number one, men can no longer be trusted. Using the Lifetime Network as an example, Blyth concludes all men are unfaithful rats, abusive monsters, dishonest scumbags, or all of the above. Women, on the other hand, were flinty achievers who triumph despite the caveman who want to keep them in their place. Women are victims by virtue of their sex. This is number two. Blyth says the media sends one message loud and clear: because we are women, we remain victims in our private lives, at work, in society as a whole. Thus, women must have a sense of grievance, entitlement, and rebellion. The same tactic, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to read that. Women, number three, should be selfish. Liberation and narcissism have merged. It says, leisure now means time for yourself, spent alone, or perhaps with one's girlfriends, but definitely without spouse and kids. And that's true, man. These women, they're lazy. Okay, they always want time to themselves. They're always drinking. They're always fucking drinking. And look, you can call it woman bashing in this First of all, you're not really women, okay? You're not feminine, all right? The woman of the ancient world was a completely different standard to what we have today. Even the woman in the 40s and the 50s is a completely different standard to what we have today, okay? They can't wait till they can drink while they're pregnant. Some of them drink when they're pregnant. That's a different story. But you know, as soon as they come, they deliver the baby. Oh, I ain't breastfeeding. I'm not breastfeeding. Fuck that. I want to smoke and drink. Here, take the kid. I want my girls' night out. Yo, man, mother was a serious role in the ancient world. Okay, it was a very serious role. It says endless articles preach the new feminist gospel that indulging yourself is an important part of being a healthy, well-adjusted woman. Sex is now reserved for love and marriage. Magazines like Glamour and Cosmopolitan urge young women to put out on their first date, ogle men openly, and be an athlete in bed. There is no discussion of marriage or family, right? And that's being a whore, you know, playing the field, okay? There was no such thing as dating in the ancient world. You know, there's no such thing as dating, right? A woman will get to a certain age now and says, look, I'm tired of the dating scene. I really want something serious. I want to buckle down. You know, after how many cycles of whole Olympics, you know, you exercise in whole Olympics and now you're tired. We know you're tired with your tired ass, man. We know you're fucking tired. Right? You're tired of the dating scene. Let's just say what it is. You're tired of getting screwed. All right? Literally. You're tired of all the men. All right? And hoism has accelerated now. Like back in the day, you had hoes. You always had hoes. You had literal hoes. You had prostitutes outside. You had the sneaky hoes on the down low. You know? And then you had 1-2 open hoes that people knew, and they shamed you for that. Other women shamed you for that. You were like the clown in the corner. That's how it was. But now look at society now. You're just a proud hoe. You got and why I say hoism is accelerated, okay, it's gone in the light speed, overdrive, is because you have social media, you know, Tinder, all these apps. You know, it's not like back in the day. I remember you had to go check out a girl's MySpace. You had to go to MySpace and let's go. Let me message her. What city is she in? Right? But now, man, you know, you had MSN, Hotmail back then, Yahoo. But now, like I said, bro, it's just a swipe of a finger on your phone. You know, outside with the dress. You know, the you know, the cultural, you know, the aspect of hoism and culture has completely just accelerated. You know, there is no discussion of marriage or family. Such women can't trust a man enough to surrender themselves in love. And the most retarded, stupidest part is you're giving the most precious, vital part of yourself, which is literally the box. Okay, you're experiencing something so intimate with the person, and that's just nothing. I just I just fucked him. Yeah, so what? Oh, I can't remember last night. I don't know what happened. You know. And that's the thing that happens a lot of weekends, man. Some for some women every fucking weekend. You know? Like I said, until they buckle down and then an idiot scoops them up and then marries them. You know? That's the society we live in. I was about to say verse 5. Number 5, self-fulfillment lies in career success and not husband and family. The social rewards of holding down a job are critical to one's sense of dignity and self-worth. Betty Friedan pontificated, in fact, most work is deeply ordinary, Blyth observes. Thus women are schizophrenic as they attempt to reconcile their natural instincts With constant exhortations to do the opposite, the wreckage, broken families, and dysfunctional people is strewn everywhere. At the same time, Playboy magazine aimed a similar message at men. You don't need to get married to have sex. Marriage and children are a bore. You know, and like I'm saying, it's not a one-way street. It's a two-way street. Men as well. A lot of men are bugged out. They're over sexualized. They carry no sense of being noble and having responsibility. No. You know, but at the same time, look at these women. These women are literally hoes. You can't wife a hoe. You can try, but you cannot wife a hoe. That mindset is instilled in her, man. She's already messed up in the head. Okay? Anyway, I hope you're edified with that. Kal halal yam la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Racha HaKurash. Shalom to the elect.